Hey there, Starshine. This is Smadar from Song of Stones, and I am here today with this beautiful little agate stone. I believe it's a tree agate. So this little one was singing as I was giving thought to the spring and what I would be sharing with you in the blog post, the light log post that this week, and which is all about crystals and spring. And what struck me about this being, well, before I get into all that, let me just introduce myself. I tend to get a little carried away with the crystal energy. So I'm a crystal whisperer, for those of you who do not know who I am. And what that means is I listen to the Song of the Stones, and hence the name Song of Stones. And I listen for the messages and the wisdom and whatever it is that they're wanting to share with us. And I do that, I share their messages on the website, and I also do it one-on-one for people, private, not private, personalized messages. But what I also do, what also is part of being a crystal whisperer, is helping people to connect with the crystals who are singing just for them. So when I wrap a crystal up for a person to send them on their journey home, what I do is I don't just take any crystal, I listen for the one that is singing for the person that it's being adopted by. And also what that means is that I also listen to the crystals as individuals. So yes, certain types of stones like quartz all have that magical piezoelectric quality that they have, and they amplify energy. They all seem to have that capability of doing that, but then each one individually has its own personality and its own unique gifts and its own purpose. And that's another part of listening to the crystals. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I have just started doing for our weekly Sunday Sparkles, is listening to a crystal and just sharing its unique properties. And it wasn't something that I planned to do, it just kind of happened. And so I will go with the flow and do it for as long as the crystals are inspiring me to do that. And so that's what I'm doing here with this particular crystal, who is singing in connection with spring. And it's a really beautiful thing to see the physical qualities of a stone reveal the metaphysical properties of the stone. So this one is about transformation, and you can see that when it grew, it shifted, it transformed. It went from, it almost looks like it's two different stones that have come together. It's that dramatic, the shift. When you look at it, it's like, it's a little surreal in a sense. Just the way that it's so different on one side. And not even one side, one part, because it's not just one side that it's so different. But also what struck me was part of what I was talking about in the blog post was how what happens sometimes with the shift, with the change in seasons from winter to spring, is that it almost seems like overnight. It's really quite amazing, and it's something that I've just been witnessing from my window every day, and so it really struck me today when I looked outside and everything's so green and buds are starting to form, and there's no evidence at all of any snow where just the other day there were still snowbanks. It's quite powerful to witness. And this crystal reminded me of that. The snow one day, and then boom, it's gone. And then there's all this lush greenness around. So this crystal is a beautiful metaphorical and physical example of just that. The really quick and profound transformation in the seasons. And I think that's why sometimes some of us, especially the sensitive ones, have such a feel it so strongly. Sometimes it can be a difficult transition for some of us who are super sensitive. And I know a lot of you who are listening to this are, because crystal people just are. So this crystal can help us with that transition. And I invite you to tap into the energy and feel into that if you need to. Or if you just want to, because it's such a lovely energy. And I always tell people that they don't have to be with the crystal. The crystal doesn't have to be in their hand for them to connect in with their energy. We can do that from wherever in the world we are. And you can try that. And actually, once a month, I have a crystal, a guided crystal meditation, a live Zoom. And that's actually happening this Wednesday. I should actually, I don't know when you're going to be watching this video. So it's happening second Wednesday in April. I don't know exactly what the date is. But not to worry if you watch this video and you go, oh shoot, I missed it. There's one every month. For as long as I'm inspired to do them. And I hope it's a long time, because I really enjoy connecting with people, like getting to see people in my community live. It's just so lovely. And I also really, really love to show people how quick and easy a connection can be with the crystalline beings. Because we really just, it's a very short meditation, and in that short time, people are feeling all kinds of amazing things and getting messages. And it's just a really, it's really, really wild to just see how quickly that happens. And yeah. So that, my friends, is kind of a very convoluted exploration of this crystal. We did veer off quite a bit, but I feel like there's purpose in everything that I was sharing today. So I'm just going to trust that. And I'm going to wish you a very happy spring, a magical spring. And I hope to see you in the community and social media on the live Zooms. And have a really magical, magical day.